Hey guys, what's up? It's a coronavirus lockdown show and tell video. Now, if most of my regular subscribers have been noticing me putting videos up of listings for my Etsy shop, ignore those. Those are actually when I sell things in my Etsy shop, a lot of times I take a video of the item to show people what it looks like because you know how they say a picture's worth 1,000 words? Well, a video's worth 1,000,000. So that's why, if you notice, I've been doing that a lot. Now, I had a couple of boots in an antique multi-dealer mall, and I shut down 90% of those boots. I only have one left because I wasn't doing very well. And now, especially since the coronavirus lockdown here on Long Island, they shut the store down, so I'm paying rent for all those boots for no reason at all. I took home hundreds of antiques, including most of my glass display cases. So now I have to focus on listing my stuff on Etsy. So excuse those videos, I apologize. So for the show and tell today, what I have here is an antique perfume piston pump atomizer bottle. The glass is Bohemian, which is what we know today as the Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia, and the atomizer part is French. Now this is known as a Theophilius Martin piston pump atomizer. And Theophilius Martin was a French silversmith from France who designed and manufactured high-quality silver-plated and gilded base metal mountings used on pump atomizers. Now, he seems to have operated between 1904 and possibly up to 1920. His trademark is TM with an image of a piston pump atomizer in the middle. Now, his mark is found generally when you lift up the little piston pump button. It's found in here. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but it's TM with a little atomizer in the center. Now, they actually had made these type of bottles somewhere in the late Victorian era, all the way up to about the 1930s. Now, you can find Martin mounts on luxurious art glass bottles by French art glass makers such as, now, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, don't laugh. I suck at French. But such as Gallet or Galley, Dame Nancy, Baccarat, and St. Louis glass. He also made atomizer mounts for the Bohemian Czechoslovakian glassmaker Moser, which is this one here. Now, he also made atomizer mounts from about 1904 up to about 1920. Now, after that, any kind of information leading up to Martin's company disappeared. So we don't know how long this company was in business for. Now, he used a lot of chased designs, which were like raised relief designs on some of the atomizers. This one's more of a plain one. I saw this on eBay. Now, these things go for a lot of money. I could never afford to have one in my collection. I see them generally selling, depending on the glass maker. The French glass goes for sometimes 800 to 1,000, and I see the Moser ones like this sell anywhere between $400 to about $800. Now, I could never afford that, and I would certainly not pay $500 to $800 for a glass perfume bottle. I can't afford it. And so I saw this on eBay. The seller was like one of those newbies that really take awful pictures, and you can't even tell like really what the item is. That's how blurry the pictures are. And they thought it was an antique kerosene lamp. In the pictures, the button was down. And they didn't know that this thing springs up. And so they thought this was a kerosene lamp, which is pretty cool. I made an offer, and they accepted my offer for $30. So not bad, right, guys? That's cool. Now, when these atomizers were made, they were made for travel purposes. So this was known as a travel atomizer or perfume bottle. Now, the piston pump can stay closed. So you would press down the button, turn it clockwise, and that holds the button down. When you want to release it, you press it down and turn it counterclockwise, and then it pops up. So that's a really cool, innovative design. Now, over here we have a little cap, and that screws on, and that keeps the liquid from spilling out and you losing the contents. So that's really great. Now, this glass is beautiful Moser Bohemian glass. It's an aqua color, and we have enameled raised detail that was hand painted on the bottle. That's really something else. So now I wanted to show you more of these type of piston pump atomizer bottles. Let me just move this out of the way, and I'm going to show you some ads Here's, by the way, here's my crystals. I have a rock and crystal and mineral obsession. So I'm going to show you the ads showing you other bottles like that, so you can get an idea of the different kinds of ones that they made. So there was a company by the name of Bruder Rachmann in Czechoslovakia who had, this is one of his ads from about 1903 or 1906. And here's in the ad him selling one of those piston pump atomizers. Very cool, right? Now here's travel atomizers. This is an ad dated from 1920. These were made by a French company by the name of Marcel Franck. And these were glass atomizers with Baccarat and St. Louis glass. Now here's an ad also for Bruder Rachmann. This one I think is this is a 1902 ad. And so here's more of these piston pump travel atomizers. So that's really, really cool. Too bad I can't read German. If you can, maybe you can tell me what the heck this says. Now next I have an American version from 1903. And this was Walter Sam's Atomizer Company. And they were from Chicago, Illinois. And they were American metal company that designed perfume atomizer hardware in the early 1900s. So here's one of their versions with cut crystal glass, probably American Brilliant cut glass. Now this is cool. This is a 1913 Harrods of London ad. This was a really fancy department store selling these travel atomizers. And these were glass. That's hobnail, and that looks like a Baccarat or St. Louis. This is both French glass. Now here's another ad from Harrods, dated 1913. And again, there's those piston pump atomizers I just showed you. Here's another one here with French glass. And here's some other perfume bottles dated 1913 with glass bodies and metal atomizer tops. Very, very cool, right? And last but not least, see, they were actually made for multiple decades. And here's a 1928 ad. Imported atomizers. An atomizer that is economical of perfume. Lalique or St. Louis glass, exquisitely designed and tinted. And this is 1928, and look at the prices. Oh my goodness, if I can take a time machine and go back to 1928, I would buy hundreds of these. So that's it, guys. That's my little show and tell. I know this is an 8-minute video, but I figured yous have nothing better to do in lockdown. So once again, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see yous all soon. So long.